Welcome back to Karimo. This is episode 13. This, the Russian Grand Prix. Here we are in qualifying in Russia. Of course. I mean, it is the Russian Grand Prix. But anyway, yeah, we after the last 3 races, and especially Monza when I went from 22nd to 1st, I have upped the difficulty. We used to be racing on expert, now I turned it up to legend difficulty to give myself a bit more of a challenge. Anyway, here we are, Russia A. I think this is like the actual first new track of the F1 2014 season calendar, because the rest have been raced around before, like Austria, Hockenheim, you know, races like that. I think this is the actual first new track of the calendar, and to be fair, it's a bit of a weird one, but I don't mind it, to be fair. I really do not mind this track, and in real life the race was actually kind of boring because it really wasn't an entertaining race because it was reasons. But in the game, it's actually quite fun to race around. It's one of my favorite tracks to race around in the game. But anyway, here we go now. We're in qualifying because Q3, our one-lap wonders have got us through to Q3, and Hamilton has set the fastest lap. I believe that is to be the fastest lap the AI set, the 140.6. We're going to try and come through and beat him. If you look there, if we sector 2, I think we were 0.8 down on him. So now we got to do a bit of work to catch him up. So now heading on this final turn here, we're going to see, can we get any closer to Hamilton? We're going to probably be slower than him. We're across the line, 0.9 off of him, but as you can tell, due to that one lap stipulation, it put us down to 10th position again. Jensen Button just out qualifying us by 0.2 of a second, but we weren't that far off the pace, to be fair. We were very close to Raikkonen and Button. So 10th position it is, 5th row of the grid, and I don't know, I don't really feel that sad by it. I look forward to seeing how the race pans out, because I think that if things go well, we could be looking at another good result. The last 3 races we've got points from. Well, one of them was a 5th position, the other one was a podium, the other one was 7th. Let's have a look at the grid anyway. Hamilton from Rosberg, Vettel, Massa, Ricciardo, Hulkenberg, Alonso, Raikkonen, Button, Softcheese, Bottas, Perez, Gutierrez, Kvyat, Verne, Grosjean, Suttel, Maldonado, Kobayashi, Bianchi, Chilton, and Ericsson is in last place, as per usual. But anyway, we're going out on the track now, and again running another custom setup. This setup was a bit of an interesting one. It did provide a little bit of oversteer, but it did feel better on the straights, and that is exactly what we need in this McLaren to catch up with those Mercedes cars up there. So anyway, 10th on the grid, teammate just ahead of us, looking for a good run now. A really, really long straight before we head down to the first turn. Well, technically the first turn is a part of the straight. Anyway, 5 lights. Lights on, away we go here at the Russian Grand Prix. We got off to a pretty bad start, but we're able to get off to on the power soon. Alonso looks like he got off to a really bad start, and we're just going to try and tuck ourselves behind a few cars, use their slipstream, see what we can do. Look at this, we're going up at the inside of everyone. We're up past Raikkonen. Very, very late braking, dive bomb maneuver. We have taken Hamilton. We've taken him off the track is what we've done. I went to award the position back to him, but at the time I didn't know that he wasn't there, and I actually let Vettel and Ricciardo take first and second place respectively. Hamilton actually went off the track. I think if you look on the map, that might be him right to the back in 22nd place. I hope it's not, but it could have been. But anyway, here we go. We're now going to try and see if we can catch up with these men. I'm really bad about that crash. I'm really annoyed with it because I tried to dive bomb, but I put on the brakes way too late, and because I wasn't on the racing line, so I couldn't see this little tick over here that tells me when to brake and everything, so I just went with it. Look at that corner cut there. And I put on the brakes way too late. I went straight into Hamilton, and I'm not happy of what I did. But anyway, we've got to try and move on. We've got to try and get a good position here to try and stay with Ricciardo in the championship, because of course me and Ricciardo are now having back and forths in this season, the battle for 4th position. He is currently in 4th. I think he's 12 points ahead of me, I'm not too sure. We're going to try everything in our power to overtake him. Apparently there was yellow flags like half a second, but I don't know. I think someone's actually out of the race. If I'm looking on the map, and no, that person is moving. I thought they were moving. But anyway, coming around for the first lap now. of the Russian Grand Prix over and done with. We're still within half a second of Ricciardo. Now down this straight, we're going to have more power because we have the better engine. Ricciardo looks like he's trying to save fuel. We're using all of ours up, and look at this. Right through that turn there, we have caught Ricciardo. No problem, all now into second. Now we got to focus on his teammate, the reigning world champion Sebastian Vettel, just ahead of us. And now we're going to go later into the lap 2 now, down the back straight. We're going to try and catch Vettel, much like his teammate Ricciardo. Vettel is trying to save fuel. We're going to use all of our fuel up to catch him. We're right behind Vettel, looking for a maneuver down the inside. We get it done. And we just we squeeze out Vettel, another person we've squeezed out. But there we go. We've taken the lead now, and we kept the lead until lap 6, which is time for our pit stop. Rosberg still behind us in second. Ricciardo seems to have slipped further down the order. Now as we head into the pits, a weird pit lane this one, because you think the pit lane's there, but no, it's a little bit further on. It's down here. I don't mind it, to be fair. It's like a Silverstone pit lane as well, because you get a little bit of an inside cut in on your person ahead or behind of you. But anyway, Rosberg's going to stay out and take the lead. We're going to hope for a good pit stop to keep us well within this race. 3.7 stop, out we come. We're currently in third place. Bottas actually just over. My shoulder's cramped up, sorry. Just overtook us now. He takes third place, so we're going to come out fourth place. That is very, very good for a pit stop. I can see Alonso. I don't know. I think it's Alonso coming down the back straight. He's going to be very close to us, but thankfully we're able to come out ahead of him, and we're still in fourth. And now we're at the end of lap 7. The top 3 are pitting in. Bottas has just made it into the pits. That makes me feel confident. However, Rosberg's leaving. It's going to be a close one. Rosberg and I think I can't remember who else went in with him. It might be Ricciardo. They're going to be just coming out of the pit lane, and we're going to be able to retake the lead. Actually, there is Rosberg, and we are back in the lead. You can see the Rosberg's rear wing there just before we got out of the pits, and we were able to retake the lead, and it was just a matter of holding on to it for the next lap, for the next few laps. As you can see, quite a few cars were tied. We're down to 19 runners. Last lap anyway, we were able to keep the lead. Rosberg tried making moves on us, but we were able to block him off and speed away from him. But here we go, we're coming around the final turn, and we have won the Russian Grand Prix. Our 3rd win of the season. This is exactly what we needed in the championship run. And a not so good qualifying turned into a very, very good race. We're able to pick up the win, 3rd of the season, and that means good things. Anyway, if we look at the result standings right now, we can see that soft cheese won from Rosberg, Vettel, Alonso, Bottas, Hulkenberg, Massa, Hamilton, Button, Verne, my old teammate on points, Raikkonen, Perez, Suttel, Gutierrez, Maldonado, Grosjean, Bianchi, Max Chilton, Ericsson, Ricciardo, Kvyat, and Kobayashi retiring. Ricciardo retired, and because of that, we are now 19 points ahead of Daniel Ricciardo, and we retake 4th position. That means good things. We are now a distance ahead of Ricciardo, heading in to the United States Grand Prix, which will be an interesting race to say the least. I believe it's actually a wet race, so we're going to see how we operate on that. But anyway, that ends this episode of Career Mode. Thank you guys for watching, and this is going out just before the live stream of episode 200, so I don't know when you'll see this. But anyway, take care guys, and ta-ra!